Have you ever felt like spirituality has become a race, a competition to be more enlightened, the most peaceful, or the most aware? But the truth is, spirituality is never a competition. Hi everyone, welcome back to Mystics and Masters. Today, I want to talk about something that has been on my mind for a very long time. The idea that spirituality has somehow turned into a competition. I've noticed it in conversations, in social media posts, and even in spiritual gatherings that the underlying sense of who is more spiritual. But isn't spirituality supposed to be about peace and connection rather than comparison and ranking? I've personally felt this pressure too. When I started diving deep into spirituality, I somehow found myself wondering, am I doing enough? Am I meditating enough? Am I growing fast enough? But the more I sat with these thoughts, the more I realized that spirituality is not about how much you do, it's about how deeply you connect with yourself. So, let's explore why spirituality is never a competition and how understanding this can bring true peace and freedom to your spiritual journey. Let's find or let's first understand what is spirituality. Spirituality is the process of connecting with your true self, the part of you that exists beyond your thoughts, emotions, and ego. It's about truth seeking, inner peace, and understanding the nature of existence. Different people take different paths to spirituality. Some meditate, some practice yoga, some follow religious or philosophical teachings. Others find spirituality in nature, art, or even silence. But the core purpose is the same: to know oneself and to experience unity with the greater whole. I remember when I started meditating regularly, I thought I was making progress only if I could sit for longer periods without distraction. But I realized that even 5 minutes of true stillness could be more powerful than an hour of distracted sitting. That's when it hit me. Spirituality isn't about how long you sit in silence, it's about the quality of your connection. The key to understanding here is that spirituality is deeply personal. It's not about comparing your journey with someone else's. The ego is the actual, the culprit that plays the negative role here. Well, ironically, the very thing that spirituality helps us dissolve is the ego, is what making us feel like we are in competition with others. The ego wants to measure and rank everything. I meditate for an hour every day. They only meditate for 10 minutes. I know more about scriptures than they do. I've had more spiritual experience than others. Well, I've been guilty of this too. I remember attending a spiritual retreat where everyone was talking about their meditation experiences. Some people said they experienced light, others said they felt energy or visions, and I was sitting there thinking, I didn't feel any of that. Am I doing it wrong? But over time, I realized that spirituality isn't about having mystical experiences or being able to sit in perfect silence. It's all about how you present you are in your daily life. If your practice helps you respond to life with more peace and compassion, that's real spiritual progress. Even when the desire to be seen as more spiritual than others is rooted in the ego, and that itself is a sign that you're missing the essence of spirituality. Spirituality is about shredding the ego, not inflating it through your compassion. There is a false belief that some people are more spiritual than others because of their practices or knowledge, but spirituality isn't a hierarchy, it is a path. A monk who meditates in the Himalayas is not more spiritual than a mother raising her children with love and kindness. Someone who chants mantras every day is not better than someone who simply tries to live mindfully. Spirituality isn't about how much you do, it's about the quality of your awareness and the depth of your connection to yourself and to the universe. I remember speaking to someone who told me that they don't meditate, they don't practice yoga, and they don't follow any particular religion, but they feel deeply connected to life when they watch a sunset or sit under a tree. Well, That's spirituality too. There is no single right way to walk the spiritual path because the path itself is unique for each of us. It's not about reaching the destination, it's about how you walk the path. So, when spirituality becomes a competition, it leads to judgment. They are not spiritual enough, superiority, I'm more evolved than them, and division. My path is the right path. Yeah? I've seen this happen so often. People argue over which practice is better, which teacher is more enlightened, or which philosophy is more pure. But isn't that exactly opposite of what spirituality teaches us? I've learned when you approach spirituality with humility rather than competition, you naturally feel more connected with others. Spirituality is not about being above others, it is about seeing yourself in others. So, how do we avoid the trap of spiritual comparison? First one is very simple. Focus on your own path. Your journey is, your journey is unique. Don't measure it by someone else's milestones. Practice humility. A true spiritual person doesn't need recognition. They find fulfillment in the journey itself. Release the need for validation. If you're seeking approval for your spiritual practices, pause and reflect. Spirituality is about inner fulfillment, not external validation. Celebrate others' path as well. Just because someone's path is different doesn't mean it's wrong. Everyone awakens on their own pace. Let go of the need to achieve enlightenment. Enlightenment is not a destination, but it is a state of being. Instead of comparing, focus on the signs that you are growing spiritually. You feel more peaceful, even when life is chaotic. You feel more compassionate towards others and yourself. You respond to challenges with wisdom, not reactiveness. You feel a sense of connection with life, nature, and the universe. You're more present and less caught up in the mind's chatter. I remember realizing that I was growing spiritually when I stopped feeling the need to have the last word in a conversation. So, letting go of the need to be right, well, that is spiritual progress. So, stop seeking validation, stop trying to prove yourself, just be yourself. That is spirituality. So, remember, spirituality is not a race. It was never a race. There is no finish line. There is no first place. There is no gold medal. There is only one path. And the path is to find peace within you while walking it. So stop measuring, stop comparing. Well, just be. That is the true essence of spirituality, to find peace in the stillness of your being. If this video helped you shift your perspective on spirituality, please do like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Drop a comment below. What does spirituality mean to you? Let's continue this conversation together. Thanks for joining with me on Mystics and Masters. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay grounded and stay peaceful.